What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If you enjoy this video, hit that like button for me. This video is not about the Civivi Odium. It is going to be the unboxing knife, although there's not going to be a whole lot of unboxing to do with this knife. Will this knife I'm about to show you live up to the hype? You have no idea what it is because I didn't name it in the title. You know, there are some knives that definitely live up to the hype, right? You know, you spend a certain amount on it and you feel like you got your money's worth out of it. The F5.5 is one of those knives. It definitely lives up to the hype, and for the money, it is a freaking fantastic knife. It is an amazing knife, right? Definitely lives up to the hype. Another knife that really lives up to the hype. Tactile Rockwall. An amazing knife, made in the USA. And for less than a lot of Chinese-made knives, and it has better action and better fit and finish. An amazing knife. Definitely lives up to the hype. The AD20.5 is a knife that lives up to the hype, right? Even if you get you just get it right out of the box. This is a great knife for the money, in my opinion. Now, people are going to argue with me about the materials used on this one. You can get it in 3V now, like that one is. Depends on you, but for what you get, the fidget factor, and it's a great user knife. Thin, great little knife. Here's another knife that definitely lives up to the hype. Probably, maybe the best EDC knife ever created. It's probably a tie between this knife and this knife. Another knife that lives up to the hype. The Benchmade Bug Out, right? All these knives for me are knives that live up to the hype. They did not disappoint me when I got them, and they've become my favorite knives, basically, right? And they all have different values. They all cost different amounts. Well, this one costs different too. This one costs $6. But I've seen people talk about this knife and say it's not bad. It's not a bad knife at all for $6. This is the Ozark Trail. I need my glasses. How many of you are clicking off the video when you see this? I'm going to give an honest review of this knife, though. This is just unboxing and first impressions. But I'd seen videos about this knife. I was at Walmart doing some Christmas shopping. The OT 7-inch, and they call it a shaft lock. A shaft, you know. I guess they're about that shaft life. But I'm about to sharpen this Odium that I keep failing. I'm about to sharpen this, so I figure I'll go ahead and use it to open this up. It has this theft-proof packaging that none of us are accustomed to getting into to get our knives. Normally they come in a box or something that's easy to get to. Was that enough? Here, let's do this side. I think it may just fall out now. There it is. Got to put some tip protection on there. Got to protect your tip. Always protect your tip. Wrap it up, gentlemen. Wrap up that tip. It'll get you in trouble if you don't. Trust me, I got 2 of them. And I'm not talking about STDs. I'm talking about children. Okay. Now, I wasn't warned, but watching other videos, I was warned it may take a little adjustment on the pivot for this one. And it does get better as you use it. So let's adjust the pivot on this thing. Actually, lighter weight than I expected it to be for a cheap knife. I expected it to be really heavy, and it's not. Okay, just a little bit of adjustment. A little too much adjustment. Let's go back the other way just a hair. I'm gonna carry this week. You're watching this on a Monday. I started carrying this the day you're watching this video at work. I'm gonna carry it all week at work. All right, now we got some good action. Pretty decent action. We're going to lube it up real quick, because I guarantee you there's not a drop of lube in there. One drop on each side. I don't know if this is on bearings or washers or what's going on in there. I will find that out, though. I will disassemble this knife. This thing has a hollow grind on it. $6. Let's see how sharp it is. Let's see how sharp it is. It's not a terrible looking knife either. I don't know what these handles are. Does the horrible packaging tell me what the blade steel and the handle is? Let's look and see. Oh, lost my tip condom there. Alright, there's some Spanish there that I can't read. I have no idea what that says. Plastic handle, just plastic, okay. Stainless steel. Any idea which one? Does it say? Hell no, doesn't say. I mean, obviously I don't have high expectations for this knife, but I'm gonna beat the ever-living crap out of it at work. I have no idea what kind of blade steel it is. It doesn't tell you. Maybe it'll say when I disassemble it somewhere up here in the blade we can't see right now. Probably not. Let's see how sharp this hollow is though. First, let's wipe the dust off where it's been hanging on a little thing for God knows how long. $6 though, guys. $6. Keep that in mind. Keep in mind what we're talking about. Don't turn away. You're not too good for this knife, especially if you're going to use it. Beat the crap out of it. Okay, doesn't have the best edge. I don't think it's been stropped. Let's see here. Got a little recurve action going on there, but we'll sharpen that right out of there. And I am going to sharpen this knife in just a minute after this video, when I'm sharpening this one. I cannot flick that little odium, and I'm also going to be sharpening this one, being Cosi, and I'm going to be sharpening this one. So I'm going to be sharpening 4 knives after I make this video. Why do I have such a hard time with this knife? I think it's my arthritis. It's just a hard bend on my middle finger there. I have a hard time getting in there. You know, generally I don't have a hard time getting in there, but tonight I'm having a hard time getting up in there. Probably because I protected my tip. Yeah, it's not bad in hand actually. Surprisingly, feels pretty good for it to be plastic. Stainless steel liners, feels pretty stout. Got a nice extended deep carry pocket clip that comes down more than halfway down the knife. They want to make sure everyone knows you have it in your pocket. Thumb studs are decent, kind of slick, but definitely usable. Reverse flick's fine. Thumb flick's better. A little stiff, but all these axis locks are a little stiff in the beginning, unless you get a bug out. Well, bug out is a tiny bit stiff, but much smoother than most of these other budget axis lock brands. But for $6, I mean, what can you really say? If it takes a good edge and holds it, I mean, might be the best buy of the year, dare I say. I don't know. I'm kidding, obviously. But I'm not kidding about using this knife, sharpening this knife, using this knife, and reviewing it, though. I think it's only fair. We give it its due. Us reviewers review a lot of Chinese knives, you know. This one's no different. It's just cheaper than the ones we normally review. So we'll see how it holds up and how it does. If any of you got this knife, comment below. How's it held up for you? I'm curious. I'm just surprised it has a hollow grind, to be completely honest. Kind of shocked it has a hollow. It's not a very deep hollow. Actually, it's fairly deep, but it's only halfway up the blade, so, you know. But you do have got some area. It even gave you a little room to sharpen this belly out, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to attempt to keep that belly on there. I'm just going to reprofile it and make it straight right there. For show. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one.